Okay guys, this is the next section of the chapter. We are talking about a sine theta plus b cos theta. Yeah. So if you have this form, you can change it into r sine theta plus alpha or the others. And then the r is square root of a square plus b square, and then tangent alpha equals to b over a. Yeah, it will be always b over a. Yeah, if you write the forms correctly, it will be always b over a. It cannot be a over b. Yeah, and then the alpha will be always in between of 0 and 90 degree. So how to use the formula? First, you have to determine the value of a and b. That means you have to rewrite the expressions correctly, and then after that you can find the value of r and also alpha using the formula, and then you will use the formula. Yeah. Example question 1, given that 2 sine theta minus 3 cos theta, you have to express this one in the form of r sine theta minus alpha. The question already said that r sine theta minus alpha. That means you have to use this formula. Yeah. Okay, because we already know which formula do we have to use, that means we can compare the form, whether the form is already the same or not with the formula. Yeah, I think it's already the same because the expression is just like this, 3 cos theta, and then the formula says a sine theta minus 3 cos theta. Yeah, minus b cos theta. That means we can conclude that a equals to 2, and then b equals to not negative 3 but it's 3. And then after this, that means we already did the first step. The second step will be to find the r and the theta. So for the r, it will be square root of a square plus b square. That means 2 square plus 3 square. So r equals to square root of 13. You can write it as thirds like that, or decimal. Yeah, it's up to you. And then for the alpha, it will be tan alpha equals to b over a. That means 3 over 2. And then using your calculator, you'll have the alpha later. For this one, you don't have to find the basic angle because it says alpha is in the first quadrant always. Yeah. And the value of the alpha is 56.3 degree. Okay, so right now we already have the value of r and the value of alpha. We only have to rewrite the equations in the form of r sine theta minus alpha. Yeah, so this one will become square root of 13, and then sine theta, we go to the theta is the variables, and then the alpha is 56.3 degree. Yeah, so we already did the, oh my god, it's 2 decimal places, my bad, should be 31. The question says the alpha have to be in 2 decimal places. Yeah, so don't forget to read the instructions carefully. Okay, so we already did the first one. Next, b. So right now we have square root of 13 sine open brackets theta minus 56.331 to replace these expressions, but the question says equals to square root of 2. Okay, next we have to solve this. Yeah, so first I want to move the square root of 13, so minus 56.31 degree equals to square root of 2 over square root of 13, and then I will move the sign. So I will have sine inverse of square root of 2 over square root of 13. I will use calculator to find the basic angle. Okay, the basic angle is 23.09 degree, and then we'll use the quadrant to determine the position of the angle. Yeah, so the value of the sine is positive right there. You can see that the value is positive. That means it will be in the first quadrant, which is 23.09, and the second quadrant will be 180 minus 23.09. Let me calculate it first. So I will have 156.91 degree. Yeah, so this is our angle, but keep in mind that that one is still theta minus 56.31 degree. Yeah, so I will write it like this, comma 156.91, and then I will move the 56, so I have to add them. 23.09 add with 56.31, it's 79.4, comma 156.91 plus 56.31, it's 213.22. So this is the answers. Yeah, don't forget to take a look at the interval. It's from 0 until 360, and I think there will be no other answers, so this is our final answers. And then by rewriting a sine theta plus b cos theta into r sine theta plus alpha, the one that we already learned before, we can determine both the maximum and minimum points. So if the question wants you to find the minimum or maximum points, you have to change the form first. Yeah, let's take a look at example question 2. For question A, we have 2 cos theta minus 1 sin theta. Yeah, if there is no numbers, that means 1. And then the question wants you to change it into r cos theta plus alpha. We already have the formula right here, and I think the form is the same, already the same with the formula, so we can determine the a and b easily. Yeah, so the a equals to 2, the b equals to 1, and then from here we can find the r. The r will be square root of a square plus b square, so the r will be square root of 5. And then to find the alpha, we will have to use tangent alpha equals to b over a, that means 2 over 1. Okay, sorry guys, I'm trying to give you the formula so you can see the formula better. Yeah, so the alpha is tan inverse of 2, that means alpha equals to 63. The question didn't say 2 decimal places, so 63.4 degree. So this is the r and this is the alpha. Yeah, next is to change the form. It will become r cos theta plus alpha. So the answer is square root of 5 cos theta plus the alpha is 63.4 degree. Okay, so this is the first answers. Next, for the second one, the question wants you to find the minimum and maximum of the expressions to cos theta minus sin alpha. We already changed it before. So for the b, you only have to focus on the square root of 5 cos theta plus 63.4 degree. Okay, maximum value, maximum points happens when the value of the cos theta plus 63.4 degree equals to 1. That means to find the value, maximum value equals to, you only have to change this one into 1. Yeah, so square root of 5 times 1 equals to square root of 5. For the minimum value, it is maximum value first. Yeah, and then for the minimum value, it happens when the value of the cos is -1 equals to -1. That means the minimum value will be square root of 5 times -1 equals to negative square root of 5. Okay, this is the value of the maximum and the minimum. Next, the question wants you to find the the value of theta also. Yeah, so for this one, we can move the cos, so we'll have theta plus 63.4 degree equals to cos inverse 1, and then find the basic angle using your calculator, of course. So you'll have 0 degree as the basic angle, and then use the quadrant. the value of the cost is positive 1. That means it has to be in the first quadrant and the fourth quadrant. That means you will have 0 and 360 degree as the result. That also means theta plus 63.4 degree equals to 0 degree, 360 degree. So theta equals to 0 minus 63, that means negative 63.4 degree, and this one is 360 minus 63.4, it's 296.6. I move the 63.4 to the right hand side, yeah, so you have the theta. And then that is for the maximum. I think we have to reject this one because the question says the boundaries is 0 until 360, so we have to reject that one. The final answer for the maximum point is 296.6. And then for the minimum point, we will do the same. So cos theta plus 63.4 degree equals to negative 1. That means when you move the cos, you will have cos inverse of negative 1. The basic angle of cos 1 is 0 degree, but the value of the cos is negative 1. That means it will be on the second and the third quadrant, yeah. On the second quadrant it will be 180 minus 0, that means 180. On the third it will be 180 plus 0 equals to 180. That means we only have one solution for this one, yeah. 63.4 equals to 180 degree, so theta equals to 180 minus 63.4, 116.6 degree. There you go. This is how you solve the maximum and minimum point, or maybe only maximum and minimum value. I think that's it for today, guys. We already finished the chapters. Be prepared for the test, yeah. Bye bye, guys. Thank you.